What's up, guys? My name is Dr. Antonio with Live Loud Chiropractic and Coaching, and today I'm going to show you a split stance variation to help with not only your single leg hip stabilization, but in addition to working on your internal rotation of the hips, which many of us are lacking. So a split stance, if we don't know, is we're just going to be in this position. This looks like the start of like what a lunge would be, or a split stance deadlift, or something like that, or almost that position you're about to take off when you sprint. So with that, we're going to start hip-ish width apart. The reason why we're not narrow is the more narrow I am, it's harder for balance. We're not working on balance here. So hip-ish width apart, okay? You're going to take one big step forward and back. Now the key here is you want to come up on the toes of the back side. So the majority of my weight shifts into that front foot where I'm just on my toes here so that I can load this leg. From here, I'm going to do a single leg deadlift. So the cue I give here is you want your front pocket to push back through this back pocket. Or think about your butt or your hip sitting into that back pocket as best as you can, and we keep our spine long. From here, I'm going to show you in this plane and then we'll turn. We're going to work on first holding so you can feel that load. And then from here, the cue I like to give for internal rotation is you want your belly button or your pubic bone to turn and push in towards your upper thigh, okay? So if I'm in this position, you can see my sternum, belly button, and pubic bone are pointing towards the ground. And from here, if I was to use this as a guide, it's gonna turn this way. So if you want, you can use your arms too for some guidance. If I keep those straight, I'm getting a lot of internal rotation here in addition to opening up this hip side. So for a lot of you that have chronically tight hips, this is a way for us to get some great length through that hip joint and that posterior or backside capsule to help unlock your hips a little bit more. So from this view, it's going to look like this. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to hinge into that hip. Okay. Again, look at those guides here. And I'm going to take this, my pubic bone or belly button, and I'm going to turn it into that inner thigh here. And I'm basically taking my whole body and turning it around my thigh and my leg, as opposed to most exercises we're trying to turn the hip in. So I get a little bit more out of this by using my whole body here. And what you can do is you can do a hold where we're loading this hip, creating some stretch and some strength there. Or we can use it a little bit more active while we're going in and out, using both sides of that hip to steer us, improving not only the dynamic strength and control, but also elongating those muscles, especially on that backside, that are typically tight. So great for warm-up, huge for warm-up, great for accessory work or additional supplement that you can do. Great starting point is usually 3 to 5 sets of anywhere between like 12 to 20 reps if you're repping it out, or doing longer holds, getting that hip to burn, which might be upwards of 30 to 90 seconds.